The first obvious question, did you get a reason as to why the penalty was downgraded?
Yeah, they said that it was Mueller's own stick that hit her in the head.
Do you have a status update on her?
Yeah.
What's she doing?
Oh, we're still evaluating.
Would you like to comment on that?
On what?
On the penalty?
I mean, you never want to see anyone get hit like that, and you don't want to see anyone get hurt. Hopefully it'll be reevaluated, and really, our hands are kind of tied at that point, but, you know, hopefully it's looked at, and we never want to see anyone get hurt.
Obviously, it's been a frustrating start offensively to the season. What things do you want to look at in practice and try to get back on track for the game on Sunday?
I would just say, you know, doing the small things, like we can't turn pucks over at the blue lines, and I don't think it's a lack of offensive ability. I think it's just the mistakes that happened prior to us getting in the O-zone that are holding us back right now.
You've had some long dry spells at different parts of the two games. Is there anything you guys are thinking you can work on this week before the next game to try and alleviate that?
We're just going to remember that it's a 60-minute game.
Hilary, on the flip side, you're off to a great start offensively. How has that been getting off to the hot start this season and scoring, where last season it took you a little while?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if we're not winning games, right? So I think it's important that we find the net more. Obviously, playing a 60-minute game is more advantageous for us than not, and so looking forward to our next opportunity to play 60 minutes.
On that first penalty kill, it sort of looked like you guys were pretty affected by the no escape rule. How does that new rule sort of change how you approach the penalty kills, and did you see it affect your game tonight?
Yeah, I think you're going to see it across the league. It's going to affect it because you're going to have players that, you know, potentially haven't played PK their entire lives, and now you're asking them to play against some of the best players in the world, and so, you know, the league wants more power play goals, and they're going to get that as a result of this new rule.
How do you think your team adjusted to it, not allowing a power play goal?
It's great to see, you know, people adding different skills to their toolbox. Some that probably didn't think they'd ever see it, you know. So it was good. It was good for us to kill those penalties, even though, you know, we didn't have some of our top PKers on there.
Is that something you're going to be practicing this season, rotating everyone to the penalty kill, or are you going to mostly stick in practice to just set units?
Yeah, no, everyone's going to have to know the PK because it happens every single game, so.
Aerin, you've been facing some deluges every once in a while. How are you staying sharp when you have no respite between shots?
Sorry, can you rephrase?
You've been getting a lot of shots in a row at a bunch of different times so far this season. How are you staying sharp and getting back up so quickly?
I think just taking it one shot at a time. It's normally my mentality. It's a long season, and each night we're facing really good competition, so try to not get too ahead of myself and just take it one shot at a time, one period at a time, and one game at a time.
The first goal seemed to take kind of a funky bounce. Can you take us through it from your perspective?
Yeah, I actually need to look at it. I don't exactly know what happened. I knew the puck was behind the net, and I heard one of our defensemen telling me that it was up in the air, but I didn't see it, so just, yeah, gonna have to take another look at it.
Your second season you're only 2 games into it, but coming back to this arena with the crowd, hearing them cheer for you guys when you were named, and even the reserve players, and I know that we were told, Hilary, it was you that pushed to have the reserves and the healthy scratch be announced today too as well. Why was that important to you to make sure that the whole team was announced today?
Everyone on our roster, whether it's active or non-active, is part of this team. You know, you win championships with that team, and I think it's really important that everyone celebrated that moment. We have a phenomenal crowd, and it's really special to be able to suit up for the Fleet and play for this city. So yeah, I think that's just the thought that went behind it. It wasn't only me; it was a handful of players in the room that really wanted that decision to happen.
And Hilary, Aerin, along those lines, obviously it wasn't the result you wanted, but how did it feel to be able to have that first home game as the Fleet properly? You know, hearing I think the Go Fleet Go chant sounds sort of kind of organic. How was it?
Yeah, it's special. It's part of the identity and part of the legacy we want to build here in Boston. And not saying the crowd was any lesser last year because it was electric. So looking forward to building on that. Now that we have a fleet identity and, all the things that go with, the fleet, I guess, category and harbor and play on, having, a seaside city is cool. So looking forward to different cheering clubs and, hopefully they can model something off of soccer that we see. I think that's really special. So yeah, we've got great fans and we really want to win in front of our fans, and we came up really short tonight.
Any final questions?
The final 5 minutes, you guys were having a little trouble escaping the zone when you were down that hole. What was going on with the breakout for that last stretch?
I think we were just trying to go north with the puck. We were kind of playing hot potato out there for a good first and second period, and finally trying to find our bearings to be able to get out of the zone, get more people in the offensive zone, more pressure on that. We didn't nearly create enough shots, but yeah, I think something that we're going to work on and get better at moving forward.
One more question about coming back to the league this year. The launch video in the beginning had all of the players saying, "We're here to stay." I'm wondering, as the league is coming into some more stability, what does that do for you all as players?
It generates more opportunity for women in sport. It deepens our legacy here in the city of Boston and the Northeast. Obviously, Mark Walter and Kimber Group made an outstanding commitment to put women's hockey on the professional spotlight, and it's growing and it's so exciting. So I think that's part of the league's mantra, if you will, for the Boston area.
Are there specific things you hope to see in the second season?
I think a name's a great start. I think the jersey, the colorways, just building on an electric start from the first year. And yeah, I think a championship here in the city of Boston is instrumental to being a part of that storied Boston legacy.